It's so exciting to know that we have a responsive Jesus. Welcome to today's edition of Insights with Ezekiel as we continue to make progress with the ongoing series, 7 Traits that distinguish Jesus and how they can distinguish us. One of the traits that distinguished Jesus was the fact that Jesus was responsive while he was on earth. And the good news is that up till today, as I speak with you, Jesus is still a very responsive Jesus. But for the sake of this video, we want to focus on the account in scripture and how Jesus responded. What does it mean to be responsive? To be responsive means to be willing and be able to respond. There are several instances in scripture when Jesus responded to people, but for the sake of time, we want to focus on just 3 of them. The first I have on my list is documented in the book of Mark, chapter 6. At that time, there were several people with Jesus, and Jesus demonstrated what it means to be responsive by feeding them. Jesus took note of the fact that these people are very hungry by now, and they were in a place where it would not be easy to get food. And what did Jesus do? He made inquiry about what was available, lifted it up, and he fed over 5,000 people. Jesus demonstrated responsiveness by doing this. The second instance I have on my list is documented in the book of Mark, chapter 10. At that time, from verse 46 to verse 52, Jesus was passing, and as he was passing the street, blind Bartimaeus realized that Jesus was passing, and he made up his mind that he was not going to lose that opportunity, and he kept crying, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." And Jesus looked at him. Jesus asked him, "What will you have me do? What will you have me do?" Jesus demonstrated what it means to be responsive when he met blind Bartimaeus. He asked blind Bartimaeus, "What will you have me do?" And to cut the story short, blind Bartimaeus received his sight. The final instance for the sake of this video is found in Mark chapter 6 verse 34. You can see it on the screen. The Bible makes us to understand that Jesus began to teach and minister to the people because he realized their needs. Oftentimes, Jesus' teaching was a response to the needs of the people, was a response to the questions of the people. So as we study Jesus, we realize that Jesus was very responsive. Ezekiel, how can this trait make a difference? I will show you in a jiffy. Now imagine that there are 2 people in an organization, and one has a track record of being responsive and the other has a reputation of not being responsive. When there is time for promotion, who do you think those at the end of affair will promote? Your guess is as good as mine. They will likely promote the person who has a track record of being responsive over a person who has a reputation of not being responsive. This trait sustains the capacity to distinguish you and I. Have a productive day.